Hey everyone, this is Nathan the Echo here, back for another exciting episode of Echo's Record Collection. And today we're going to be talking about this album. It's American Football by American Football. Uh, so a little background on the album. This album was made in like 99, I want to say, something like that. I don't know. Um, but yeah, this album was made like in the late 90s, early 2000s by three just college kids who got together in a house. This house, actually, like the house that's on the cover is the house where they recorded all the music for it. Um, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what it is. And they apparently recorded this entire album in like 4 days, which is fucking crazy. They were like, we're three college kids who have fun making music together. Let's just do it. And so they did. And the really interesting thing about this album is that like it wasn't supposed to be serious at all. Like they didn't really put that much effort into it, which is insane because it's a beautiful album. But like they said themselves that they kind of half-assed it. Like I said, they recorded it in 4 days, and um, all the songs were just kind of thrown together. Like it was just them messing around with different like melodies and figuring out like how guitars interplay with each other. Apparently, they were listening to a lot of like Steve Reich and like minimalist music, which is all about like different instruments or like the same instruments playing different melodies and different rhythms at the same time, which creates this very like hypnotic kind of vibe. And so they were trying to recreate that, but in like more of a rock band format. And so yeah, they got together and just kind of threw together all these different songs. And the Mike Kinsella, the lead singer, he like literally just looked through his journal and like took words out of his journal and turned them into lyrics. And so all of the songs are literally journal entries in essence. And so yeah, I just honestly think that's insane that this album was so like improvisational because it really doesn't feel like it. This feels like something that would take like 5 years to make, which just goes to show how freaking talented those guys are. And like it's it makes sense that this album is like critically acclaimed now and it's like a cult classic within emo communities and just within music communities in general. I mean, this album cover on its own is like iconic and it's been like parodied so many times, and it's just like it's just nice to look at. Like you look at like this window in like the night and you see like the tree right here that shows you that this is clearly taken in like winter or early spring, and you just get the feeling that like you've been to this house before or at the very least you've driven past it. um and then there's this very cool like type thing. I don't know exactly what was the reason for them doing that, but it's cool. I like it. And then you flip it over to the back, and you get this beautiful image right here. And I've definitely seen this before. If you've ever like woken up early for school and you've seen like the sun is just rising and it's like only hitting the tops of the trees, that's what this photo reminds me of. And I think that is actually what's happening in this photo. Um, but yeah, I mean, if I can be honest for a second, this album definitely hits me on a different level because, I mean, I live in Indiana, and this is, by definition, a Midwest emo album. And, like, a lot of people say, like, bro, Indiana's boring. You have the Indy 500, you have corn, fucking what else is there? But, like, when you live here for a while, and especially when you start listening to music like this, you really start to appreciate kind of the like simplicity of Indiana and the Midwest. Like, sure, the Midwest is kind of boring and there's not a lot going on besides like Chicago, but like I don't know, there's just like the endless like fields and forests and like some of the hills and like the small towns. It's a very beautiful part of the country, like especially with the fact that it's overlooked. Um, but enough about that. Let's keep talking about the album. So if we just step in here, the album's just kind of in like a boring ass sleeve. There's not really anything going on there. The record itself is looking like. Come on. Yeah, it's this beautiful like aqua, like kind of translucent aqua color, which is awesome. Um, and then if I can fucking figure out how to put this back in here. Apparently, this is proving to be quite difficult. Okay. And then, oh my god, dude. This is, okay. Can I just talk about something real quick with records? This is the one thing that I don't like about records, is like, it's so difficult to like take things in and out. Especially when you have like two records and they both fit into one sleeve, and then you also have like a lyric sheet or whatever. It's just like, it's too much, man. Like, it's so difficult to fucking enjoy your records, but I'm just being nitpicky, and I'm just trying to stall for time. Um, and then you also have this really nice little lyric sheet here, wonderfully designed, and something that I had noticed when I got this album on vinyl, when I looked at this lyric sheet, is that like the lyrics don't rhyme, which makes a lot more sense when you consider that this was like his journal entries, because like these lyrics are really just more like poems than like actual traditional song lyrics. And that brings me to like kind of just the vibe of this album. Because the more I think about it, it really makes sense that this album was thrown together, because it has a very like sort of free form, like flowy feel to it, I guess. Like the songs, they really like stretch out, you know, like they really relax and take their time, which is awesome. In recent years, I've really started to appreciate like more long form music, and just like people taking a certain vibe and just stretching it out to its maximum extent, and making sure that they get everything out of a certain sound before they move on to the next one. And I think that's beautiful. So yeah, this album, the guitar work is incredible. Like, I've tried playing some of like the riffs from this album on guitar, and I just can't figure it out. It's fucking transcendence. The way that like, I don't know, just the way that these guitars sound, even like it has a very like clean sound that's reminiscent of like trees in the winter. It's a very like skeletal sound, I guess, that I love, but it's also very warm at the same time. It's like warm and cold at the same time. Like I was saying last time, this album also kind of feels like a hug, but it also feels like that first blow of cool wind in the fall. This is definitely a fall album. Like everyone agrees. Like, if there's any album that you need to listen to during the autumn, it's this album. Uh, Shit, man. I don't know why, but my mind's like really going blank right now, and I can't really think about anything else to say about this album. Um, Except that it's freaking awesome, and you should listen to it, and I'm super bad at this YouTube channel, and no one's gonna watch it, and I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna die. That's all there is to it. Yeah, I don't know, man. If you want to listen to this album, please listen to it. I kind of feel like I'm giving off the vibe that it's like just okay, but it's amazing. Um, if you live in the Midwest, I feel like you have to listen to this album before you die. Like, this is the like quintessential Midwest fall college campus small town album to listen to. Uh, and it really like, if you're like an angsty teen who's watching this and you haven't listened to this album yet, listen to it, because this album is like angsty teen to a T. Like, it's crazy. Uh, it makes me feel like an angsty teen, and I'm 21. So, yeah. This album is incredible. Go listen to it. Make sure you like the video and comments about what your thoughts on this album are, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And make sure to check out my music. Like I said, I have a brand new album of Feeling Without a Face that's coming out. It's not coming out, it is out. What the hell am I talking about? It's out right now on all streaming services, and you can listen to it, and it's amazing. It's not amazing. It's good. You should listen to it and decide for yourself what you think. That actually reminds me about a little detail about this channel that I wanted to address and make sure that everyone's aware of, is that I'm not going to be like rating any albums on this channel. I think that rating an album or trying to like categorize an album is really like demeaning to the artist and what they were trying to make. Like, obviously there is music that's just objectively bad, and there's not really any bad albums on this shelf, because why would I spend all of my money on an album I didn't like? So, like, yeah, I'm not going to be rating any albums. I'm just going to be talking about the vibe that they give me and like how it makes me feel, and I'm going to encourage everyone to listen to it. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You can just not like it and go on with your day. It's no great shakes. But yeah, I just want to dedicate this channel to the love of music, because, like, I feel like, oh, and this might be a little controversial, I don't know, but I feel like a lot of music channels on YouTube, like Anthony Fantano, for instance, like, I feel like the communities around those channels are like more toxic because of the whole rating system. Because like, as soon as I say like, oh, this album's a 10, someone else is going to say, well, I think it's an 8. And someone else is going to say, well, I think it's like a 4. And then people are going to start arguing and getting into disagreements, and like, it's so weird to try to quantify something that's so ethereal in nature. And so I just want to create a space where it's like, yeah, this album's good. I don't know, what can I say? I'm not going to try to give it like a number rating or something. It's just what it is. But yeah, that's this album. I would highly recommend everyone listen to it. And I guess if that's all, then I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.